Hey, welcome back to video number 3. This is Brandy Horn again at the Greg Graniteville Library. The previous video we talked about the EBSCO databases, MLA International Bibliography, and Academic Search Premier. And now we're going to look at Jstor and probably very quickly Project Muse. And those are going to be the ones that I will show you. You're welcome to explore the other databases in the list, but these are the ones that I would recommend starting off with. So again, we looked at the EBSCO databases. Now we're going to look at two databases that look completely different. So we're going to use Jstor. We're going to click on that. Now when you first click on Jstor, it takes you to a single search box. I generally recommend going for the multiple search boxes. So anytime you see a single box, click Advanced Search, and that takes you to a page that has multiple boxes, and if you need to, you can add more boxes. But then again, combining search terms like you would or like you did in the EBSCO databases. Now, Jstor is a good database. It has a ton of stuff. It's all peer-reviewed. You don't have to limit it to peer-reviewed. But it's not limited to literary criticism, so you could search, for stuff relating to your author or your work, but you could also look, down here, you could also search for particular things from a time period that you're in, maybe Victorian England or antebellum South or post-war America or something like that. A particular world event, maybe World War II, whatever thing your work is connected to in a way, you can also search for that kind of stuff here. But for this, we'll just focus on the literature aspect. This database, as I was saying, has a ton of stuff. It's good stuff, but it's not as easy to use as the EBSCO databases. I kind of feel like I tell people it's like the grumpy old man of databases. So when you're searching Jstor, there are things that you should keep in mind. If you're searching for anything that has multiple words, it's a good idea to go ahead and put quotation marks around it so that it searches it as a phrase. Okay, so if we wanted to search for just stuff on Flannery O'Connor, again, the first line of our search, we're going to put Flannery O'Connor in quotation marks. We're going to limit it to articles, and we're going to limit it to English. Okay, and then we're going to search. So again, we have around 2,200 results, right? That's more than we're probably going to read. And so we can either kind of do a search within results here on the left hand side, or on the right we can go back to modify, and then we're interested in the story, so we do the author and title search, and then we search that, and we still have almost 350 results, which is a lot. Now again, we can go back to modify, take us back to those search boxes. At this point, since we're just going another level probably, let me just go ahead and say I'm interested in religion in A Good Man Is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor. I still have 182, but we can go through and see what kinds of things are there. Maybe I want to look at specifically redemption. So the search within will allow you to get more and more specific each time. Okay. As you go through, if you see something that looks like it could potentially be useful, also notice that, let's see, the book chapters that are in here do have the PDFs available, so you don't have to limit to journals in this case. Everything that you have access to in this database, it should be set up that everything is full text. But if you go through and you see something that looks like it could be something potentially useful to you, you can click on the title. And you do have the full text here that you can kind of flip through, by clicking that. But honestly, the easiest thing to do is to click the download PDF, accept, and then you have the PDF here. Now, if you want to see if this is something that could be useful to you without having to read the whole article first, while you're in the PDF, you can click Control F on your computer, and then any concepts that you're interested in seeing if they appear in the work. What it does, it brings up a search box. You type in the concepts, kind of like we did with the ebooks, and it will highlight the word within the text. And so that you can see if the word appears, and then you can read the text around it to see if it's being discussed in a way that's useful to you. Okay? So this article is about Catholicism. I typed in the word faith, and it appears 6 times in the text. So that's kind of a quick way to see if it might be useful to you. When you have the PDF open, you can always download it and save it to your computer. And if you wanted, like I said earlier, when you're sending articles to yourself from the EBSCO databases, you can email yourself from there. You could download this and save it and then email it to yourself as an attachment and move it to that folder so that it's in a central location. Another thing that you can do, because although Jstor technically gives an email option under share, it's not always there and it doesn't always work very well. So what I do, and what I recommend that other people do, is on the left hand side, starting at the title and then copying all the way down through the stable URL, and if there's a DOI, copying it all the way down through that. And in the case of this, we might, even copy further down, but at least through the stable URL. Open up an email to yourself and paste that information into it. Leave that email open, and as you go through your results list, if you come across anything else that seems like it could potentially be useful to you, you could pull up the PDF and whatnot, and if you want to use it or you want to hold on to it for later, do the same thing. Copy from the title all the way down to the stable URL or DOI and paste that into the email. And then as you go through your results list, you'll just keep doing that, and then when you're done, you'll send yourself that email, and that way you have all of these items listed there in one place, with the information that you would need to create the citations, but then also the stable URL that will get you back to this item record. And if nothing else, even if for some reason the URL does not work, you still have the item's information. You know that it comes from Jstor. You can just come back and search them individually. Okay, so that's a way to kind of get around the lack of a reliable email function in this database. So as you're searching through Jstor, again, like I said, it's not as easy to use as the EBSCO databases. It doesn't have that left column. That's very helpful, and that's fine. You go back to advanced search, you do your next combination of search terms, Flannery O'Connor, and let's just say we just do religion, articles, English, and search. Okay, we have almost 1,000, right? Are there aspects of religion, Catholicism specifically, maybe religion in the South? Maybe we do the South. Now we're down to 601. But the different things that you're interested in, like that's what this table is for. It's for you to brainstorm those different things and to explore them from different angles. So that's basically how you use Jstor. Okay, again, it's not as friendly or as easy to use as the EBSCO databases. You have to have a better handle on your search terms and know what to combine in order to get to a manageable number of results. But it's just something to play around with, and it's a good database. The other database I want to show you, again, just for a difference in interface, is Project Muse. When we click on Project Muse, again, we get a single search box, but at the very top, you'll notice it says to access, begin browsing or searching. If you click searching, this is their advanced search option. And you'll see on the left-hand side that we get some search boxes, and we can add multiple search boxes if we need to. Flannery O'Connor, maybe we just do her by herself. We have almost 2,500 results, but if we scroll down, we can limit to articles, right? So we'll limit it to articles, and then we do the next search. A good man is hard to find. So Flannery O'Connor in the first box, good man is hard to find in the second box. We can add a field. Do faith, excuse me, religion. 40 results is a manageable number. Okay, and we can go through and see what kinds of things we have here. One of the things about this database that's very different from other databases is when you click on it, usually the full text of the article is in the item record. So if you want to do that Control F, you can just do it when you're in here. And it will show you each instance where the word appears in the text. Okay, so that's very handy. You do have the option to download PDF, and on the right hand side you can enter email address and email the article to yourself from this database. Okay, so in this video we've talked about Jstor, we've talked about Project Muse. Okay, in the previous video we looked at MLA International Bibliography and Academic Search Premier. If you have any questions about any of these databases, or if you run into problems, feel free to email me. Please let me know. If you have problems with off-campus access, again, we've got this video here that will help you out with that. That red box on the library's homepage under the search box that says off-campus access takes you to a page about troubleshooting it. You know, we have these resources here. If you need help from us, just let us know. So good luck. Reach out if you need help, and we'll be here.